Something was forming in the skies that took the attention of the people that were awake during these night hours. A bright light appeared unexpectedly among the clouds. The light resembled a star that got closer and dropped in a spiral pattern, resembling a ball of fire. Hundreds of narrow rays of light, like tiny arrows, rained down on Earth during the next few seconds. It actually created holes and window panes and gave an impression that the glass was melted. The thing now resembled a large jellyfish with golden tentacles that glistened in beautiful colors. The whole event took about 12 minutes, and after that it just disappeared into thin air. To add to that, it was not only in Petrozavodsk where people saw this phenomenon. It stretched from Copenhagen and Helsinki in the west to Vladivostok in the east. This was worrying for the Soviet people because this was at the peak of the Cold War, so some speculated that they were witnessing the start of nuclear war. Following days, the event was covered in various newspapers, and many eyewitnesses from a variety of sections came forward. Paramedics, seamen, military and local airport staff, and even amateur astronomers. Neighbor countries suspected that this might have been some sort of military weapon test from the Soviet Union, however they denied it. They were baffled themselves. Soviet Union even proceeded to run their own investigation, which was secret, of course. Yuri Gromov, director of the Petrozavodsk meteorological station, who was baffled by the phenomenon, said, "The body gradually assumed the shape of an elliptical ring. It finally moved towards the bank of clouds above Onezovskoye Lake, burned a red hole in the clouds and disappeared into it." This led to speculations of the phenomenon being a UFO, and ufology in general became famous in the Soviet Union. The research needed to be coordinated correctly because this went beyond science. Scientists can study the event and come to their conclusion, but for military it was a threat or a potential enemy. Obviously, people who lived near the area were concerned. They sent many messages to the authorities asking how safe it is in Petrozavodsk. A special commission was made by the Academy of Sciences that did their own investigation and came to a conclusion. Still unknown natural atmospheric phenomenon, possibly in connection with human technology, for instance a rocket launch. As a matter of fact, the terrifying sighting could have been the launch of a Soviet spy satellite by the name Cosmos 955 that was launched about 350 kilometers east of Petrozavodsk from the Plesetsk Cosmodrome, and it also matches with the time of the sighting. The Western press were quick to cover the jellyfish UFO to be Cosmos 955's booster contrails, however the reports were suppressed in the Soviet Union. But then again, what kind of rocket leaves behind thousands of holes in the glass and asphalt? Well, anything is possible for Sputnik, and as it is known to explode on re-entry sometimes and leave its byproducts of the explosion on the atmosphere for a period of time. Eyewitnesses' stories became more bizarre over time. There were a lot of reports, however the stories varied. Some turned out as fabrication. This was the Soviet Union after all. Over time, other explanations were offered. Doctor of Chemical Sciences M. Dmitriev explained that the phenomenon was due to the formation of an airglow zone in the atmosphere, a so-called chemiluminescence zone. That is to do with nitrous oxide pollution from factories. In 1979, Soviet press came up with another possible explanation, that the phenomenon was due to physical changes in the upper atmosphere, like geomagnetism, the study of dynamics and changes in the Earth's magnetic field. The Soviet people had their own opinion. They thought that the Soviet military was involved with the incident and that they conducted an experiment, a new weapon that causes hallucinations, visions, and the feeling of fear. But if I were to give my own independent opinion, I would take this information with a grain of salt. We all know that the Soviet Union liked to suppress a lot of information, especially failures that would make them look weak. I would focus on witness reports and search for similarities. Overall, the most likely explanation remains the launch of satellite Cosmos 955, because from different angles sometimes these launches tend to create extraordinary phenomena in the skies. And with that in mind, I am sure that there is way more information out there, especially in Russian, about this incident. So if you would like for me to dive deeper into this topic, leave a like and comment down below your thoughts, because If you want me to, I can try my best to dive into this topic from the Russia's point of view. So stay safe and God bless.